Say you gon' ride, say you gon' step by me, spin and slide.
It's Madden NFL 24, and we'll see Brandon Ayuk. He rises when it matters most, and he comes in third in the NFL in touchdown receptions. It's the 49ers and the Rams, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the San Francisco 49ers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and yes, it's January 7th, but we haven't seen you since New Year's Eve, so we have to say Happy New Year, one and all. And partner, Happy New Year to you. This is it, the conclusion of the 2023 season. Hard to believe, but we got a good one here between division rivals. And you like what the NFL's done here, making Week 18 all-division games.
I think it's one of the more inspired moves by the league because they've made these matchups really count. And typically they mean something, not a lot of coasting as people head towards the playoffs. But I do have to ask, January 7th, is it too late to say it? We're kind of right on the borderline, aren't we, about Happy New Year? Because that always seems to be the subject of debate.
So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. Leading them out, someone who took the league by storm last year is the most famous Mr. Irrelevant ever. From Iowa State, it's Brock Purdy.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
Last week's game.
Good. Four touchdowns, one pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you got to give him another chance?
Give him another shot.
All right, I think the ratio is pretty good. He'll try to eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3 and out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
Play action. Now Purdy. And this is going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
That's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
The Rams offense ready. They're backed up to start their initial drive. They're brought out by a man now in his 15th NFL season, one of the most productive passers in league history, and a former Super Bowl champion, Matthew Stafford.
Not sure what you thought, but I thought it was appropriate when he walked into our meeting with his arm totally encased in ice, because he threw 5 touchdown passes last week and won the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award.
Yeah, but reading the paper this morning, and he said, gosh, I actually thought I should have gotten sick. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. A big play there for L.A. 42 yards.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
These two teams, remember, met in Inglewood earlier in the year with the Rams coming out on top. So a win here in Santa Clara would give them the season series. They'll run for the first time here with Kyron Williams. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. So, CD, here we are. You look at how well this offense has played all year. 16-0. Now, in most years, they'd be at home right now enjoying time off. They're perfect. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack. So on 4th down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Even though they might not find the #1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
Confidence, that's the word I would use from our meeting for them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down. Now former 6th-round pick, it's Elijah Mitchell. He'll get this to about the 38. You talk about this Rams defense. Currently #1 in the NFL against the run.
And I know, just like me, you're fired up about this one because this is the irresistible object and the immovable force. They're going head-to-head, #1 versus #1. I've talked about that running backs renaissance for a while. Can they slow these guys down? Where's my helmet? I want to play.
Jeez, you are fired up. Something's got to give. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Rams' 48-yard line. That's the end of the
No score after 1 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. The decision is to decline it and not give him the down back.
They might as well have sent a skywriter above the stadium saying, we don't think you can get the first down against our defense by that decision.
And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw, Stafford. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, LA. Puka Nacua, 57 yards. And the Rams post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. Gets past one man. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game. That game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness. Did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
Here's Purdy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. 2nd and 11. Back to throw, Purdy. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jennings. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 37. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Purdy. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Here's Nick Folk now on for the field goal. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. Folk's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So, 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard. Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point a drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Now the Rams going to take over late in this first half. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this. Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. This is intercepted. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And the Niners are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Connects with Kittle underneath. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Purdy looking to throw. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. And the Rams will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball. No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted,
on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Now a play fake it at Stafford. He's going to find Atwell open downfield. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 27 yards there, a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're saying.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. To the air again, Stafford eluding the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batting down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think? You're trying to dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. We'll start by heading out west. State Farm Stadium in Glendale. And this one, a 1-point game at halftime. Jackson Smith and Jigba, a touchdown catch in that first half. From there, we'll head east to check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Tampa Bay Bucks. Rashad White, a touchdown run in the victory. Finally, let's get over to Inglewood, see what's happening with the Chargers at home at SoFi Stadium. And they trail the visiting Chiefs in that one. Patrick Mahomes has thrown a touchdown pass. Both these teams running through their final adjustments before they head out for the second half. Time for us to go back to Levi's Stadium as we'll hand it back over to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30, up to the 33. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Rams. Puka Nacua with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Purdy now on second down. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And that's good for a gain of 6. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Purdy now to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the 49ers first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Purdy to throw it on first down. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 11 yards for number 11. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Once more, Purdy looking to throw. That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Ernest Jones came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to kick it away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Rams ready to go on offense.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that.
He's got him in, complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They give him a gain of 37. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Throwing is Stafford. And that is incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
Flushed out right. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Stafford. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. Throwing again is Stafford. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Here's Stafford.
Open man is Atwell, complete.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 20-yard line. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the 4th quarter. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 17-yard line.
Stafford looks to throw again. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
The 49ers offense making its way back out there.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Purdy looking to throw on 1st down here. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing here, Purdy.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
15 more yards there, and quickly another 1st down.
Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Out of the gun, Purdy.
Man open, that's Deebo Samuel.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, with about 95% chance of winning.
Oh, yeah, I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
He's got his target. That's complete. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. Points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Stafford going to throw it to the goal line, but it's incomplete. It's rare that a receiver of his caliber would drop one pass, but that's now 2 times he's had his mitts on one and lost it.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to lose confidence in him, though, because of the track record. Such a good player, maybe having a bad game, but I think they'll still go to him in a critical spot.
And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Puka Nacua,
a 16-yard touchdown.
And the Rams look poised to reach 17-0 as they add on to their lead. Another touchdown here in the fourth quarter, and Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams, and that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Now Purdy.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. As this one moves towards its conclusion, another incomplete pass there. Thoughts on the secondary? I mean, they seem to be pretty effective in this one.
Yeah, I thought that they've been absolutely outstanding. I mean, their job is to prevent touchdowns and not as...
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs.
And now after that sack, we'll pause here a moment because someone was shaken up on that play. Now, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
Kyron Williams with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
Marr now to add the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
The Niners
The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Here's Darnold.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw, Darnold. And that is incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
4th down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Niners first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Now it's Darnold.
A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Darnold. And this is going to be incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. Up the middle, it's Williams. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. 42 yards rushing for him now to this point.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 37-yard line.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for L.A.,
they finish off a perfect regular season, 17-0.
And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after